individual
Oh,
individual character recaps. So
Yeah,
I'll just
first
go
of
through
all,
each of you and you can tell where your character is as we pick back up.
hmm.
the perfect depiction of this scene where we left off. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think other than
I look
Bob wasn't as angry as everyone else, but the other three were all pretty perturbed with the tiefling, and he was like, "What'd I do?"
yeah. What did I do? I think that Nisa wasn't all that mad. Uh, I'm pretty much sure that Beth would be mad
Yeah,
and
yeah.
suspicious.
And
Probably. Maybe she grew up.
Ziran was most mad out of everybody. But
No,
I
no, no,
think
no.
Nissa was a little perturbed with him because he was like the tiefling was not acting cooperatively.
Oh, the Tieflin was being hypocritical.
Kind
And
of,
I got
yeah.
Let's be
And
honest.
evasive. He was being kind of evasive with questions that were asked.
Evasive and yeah.
I remember him
Cooperative.
casting spells out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Yeah. And kind of that freaked people out too. So, at least that's how I remember it. So I'll just go to each of you when we start, and you can kind of describe a little bit about what got your character to this scene and how they're feeling right now. And then we'll pick up from there.
Okay. You can start.
Are we recording? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I saw it go live
Yeah.
and then I saw it stop and then it must have restarted. Or it looked like it did. All right. Welcome back to Crunchwater, which we're very far from the town of Crunchwater now, but and we've got some new characters. So I'm gonna go through and have each character tell us how they got to this scene that you're seeing in the woods. Well, I don't know if the viewers are quite seeing it. There it is. Now the viewers are seeing it. Let's start with Ziran. Ziran, how did you get here? And what is Ziran thinking right now as this confrontation is happening?
Long story short, or since Crunchwater?
No, I would say long story short, recent history.
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
since the confrontation at the river.
Right. So after Sinron's still shaken up after the dryad that was working with undead because it seemed very unholy and against Meliki, which of course is Sinron's deity, and then the druid attacking people and mumbling about corruption, of course, has Sinron very off-put. So he's uncomfortable, he's going through internal turmoil, and he probably wants to put somebody in a hurt locker with this tiefling that's shown up out of nowhere and complained when our party did something, and then he turned around and started casting a spell without any explanation. Sinron's ready to put holes in this guy because he's angry, he's upset, he's worked up, and he doesn't care if somebody he doesn't know and doesn't feel like he can trust gets hurt.
Okay. All right.
That
That's
tiefling
fair.
was highly hypocritical about what he did, and Sinron's feeling like, yeah, maybe turning this guy into a porcupine ain't a terrible idea.
All right. How about Nissa? What is Nissa thinking about all this and what got her to this point in the story?
Her curiosity got her here. Was there a scene about curiosity killing a cat? Or never
Yeah.
mind. Yeah. So yeah, she's that kind of cat. And she remembers something about fish, something about a cat and an owl, and like all fuzzy, and then she was confused, like, what is the tiefling doing, and why is he casting spells out of nowhere when we just want to talk to each other? And it's okay to have private conversations with one another, isn't it? Like, so she is confused and puzzled.
Yeah. As a brief reminder, you guys were having some conversations you purposely wanted to leave him out of. And then he was casting some spells that you weren't expecting because he claimed to be a fisherman, a simple fisherman, and then suddenly he's casting spells, right? So he's being a little evasive, a little deceptive. Yeah, definitely. All right. How about Bob? Bob had a different experience getting to this scene than the others did.
Bob is questioning his life decisions. Because as much as he's been with this group, he hasn't really been with the group. Typically, he's been on his own. Or more recently with the dwarf and made friends with the dwarf. But this last session was very traumatizing because he was getting stung, frozen, incapacitated, and he's watching as it seems the dwarf who was getting attacked was about to have dwarf ex machina and leaving the human druid there. And the human druid finally was able to move and said, screw this. I'm going to turn back time, just like Cher.
Yeah.
And so we are going to avoid this. And fortunately for our dear human druid, he was able to persuade the dwarf to back out of the cave rather than get into that altercation. But that same dwarf did come. But he seemed to be, if not a friend, at least somebody trying to achieve the same thing. And so dwarf goes with his father's former friend, who's now against his father also, and I go back to find the group. And during that time, I name my cat Bobcat, appropriate, and I go out to try to find the group. We find the group, and then I see something that I have yet to encounter, but I had read before. And not knowing who he is or what he is, I decided to choose very carefully how I was going to explain what had happened. And halfway or partially through explaining what was going on, our dear new companion started casting spells, and I felt a presence in my mind. And that was very off-putting because I knew it wasn't Catwoman. And so I am perturbed at the moment. And also worried that this guy has a fish, and Bobcat, being a good cat, ate the fish and didn't listen to me.
Yeah, he did. So that kind of explains where the group is. Now, we recently found out that Beth wouldn't be with us, so we'll deal with that in story because I just found that out myself. So we won't go to her, but let's go to Corin. Let's go to Alex. What is Corin thinking? He met up with the group as he was watching them fight this weird guy by the river. He got involved a little bit toward the end and then traveled with them because they seem to have some shared purpose. So what's Corin thinking at this point as this confrontation is happening?
He got very vague instructions of moving there and finding some person that disrupts balance or something. He doesn't really care about the purpose of their final goal, but the mission is the mission. He has to obey to keep his powers, which he is very proud of. His powers that were given to him by force, which he doesn't really deserve, but he pretty much doesn't want to work really hard to deserve powers. So sometimes he has to complete some missions. And then he met those guys who are going to in the same direction. They encountered in a bloody fight with some madmen. He decided to help them out, especially after seeing that the madman was trying to hurt family or something like that was happening over there. And they were having conversation while going back. He was bragging a lot about his powers, by the way. That's not that like he was talking that he is a fisherman. He was bragging a lot, saying that he is much stronger than fisherman, and he is really proud of his newly adopted powers. So he can't help bragging about them.
Okay, so is that? Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. If you had more, go ahead.
Well, then they were talking between them. He doesn't really understand what they were talking about, but he really wants to know, because if it helps him to accomplish his mission, as far as maybe he even got some instructions about meeting those people. I don't know. So he wants to be involved, and he told several times that more than 2 people should speak louder. And he wanted to use his newly adopted powers to know exactly what they were talking about by the spell he learned recently. After that, he decided to feed a cat, and after confrontation, he admitted, I was like casting reading minds. That's the last thing we left off.
Yeah, you guys were in the middle of this argument, because by then everybody was a little perturbed at Corin's actions. And a little untrusting of the new member of the group, maybe a little traumatized by losing Nil, and who knows what happened to Beth at this point. So let's begin there. We're having this confrontation in the woods. The only people in this little forest that seem to be happy and content are the cat and the owl, who are sharing a fish. Go for it.
So, as I said, I don't know who you are. I don't know what the deal is with you until I have a clear explanation. I'm not explaining anything with you there then. Or certainly so that I believe you do not understand what I am saying.
We had this conversation when I told that I casted detect thoughts, because
yes, and you got 3 things from me. All right.
Because I think it is impolite to talk.
And I don't care. I don't care about your feelings.
I don't care about what you are talking while you are talking.
No, you do care what I think, because you tried to probe my mind. So no, you do care. But I don't care.
I don't care what you are saying over me. That's what I'm talking about. And I don't care about your reasoning while hitting me in the head with your stupid long stick.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice and big, isn't it? Now.
Yeah, it is.
Catwoman,
let's see how it is.
elf,
to happen next.
Are you referring to me?
You're the only cat woman I know.
Yes, Bobcat is a boy.
What do you want me to do? We've talked about transparency and...
Well, you're the
And
other
stuff,
people
so
in the
don't-
group.
don't-
Obviously, I need feedback to know what to do. Because from my point of view, I don't understand why we still have the tiefling in the group.
I'm not
Do you
comfortable
think
with
that
them
he
either.
wants to go similar directions, right? Actually, let's talk about your motivation here, Corin. Why do you want to be here?
Well, rumors have it there is something really bad happening in this area. And the person who is causing it is probably someone I will have to deal with. I don't know how much I know, John, though.
How much you know about what? About who you're after?
Yeah. What do you say?
I'll kind of leave that up to you, what your patron told you. How much they told you about who you're after. I would think they would have at least given you some basic information to know what to look for.
Not where, but what to. So yeah, I pretty much think that you guys are after the very same person.
Name him.
I don't know the name, but I know that he or she, they came from beneath the ground. Maybe even
So
from hell.
So your deity told you to exterminate Neil's father? The dwarf.
I've never
The
met
dwarf, basically.
Neil.
He
No.
doesn't know who Neil or the dwarf
doesn't.
is.
Yeah, he doesn't know who Nil is, but
Okay.
the person he was told to go after is not a dwarf.
Okay, who are you after?
That's pretty much what I am here to figure out, but it is probably opposite of dwarf. Dwarves are being short, and my target is kinda tall.
I look at the group and say, how do we know he's not after one of us?
Well,
Are we
nobody
told?
nobody knows who I am. To be honest, I don't know either of your backstories. But I'm a nobody, so
That's
well,
true.
no, that's not quite true, but
But what are you? Okay, what would you tell me who you are after?
Who are you to ask us? We're part of a group. You're the stranger here. Convince us to let you into our group or get lost.
It was a question. It's not
so
like
you're
letting
deity.
you giving me permission and telling me what to do and
You're-
how. Convincing you.
I'm willing to play ball. Your deity. What is your deity the god of?
It is not my deity.
Whatever you want to call it. Your divine inspirer.
I don't know much about him, and even if I did, it wouldn't pretty really matter. But I have very vague understanding of who he is.
And if he wants the end of humanity, you might see why I'm personally take offense to that. That's why I'd like to know a little bit more.
DM, in this situation, would I be able to guess he's a sorcerer with a patron? Knowing what I know about the world?
Roll a history check. Since you're more connected with nature than that
19.
arcane world. Yeah, with a 19, I would say, yeah, you know enough about the arcane world, the arcane side, opposite of what you follow, nature, to know that there are warlocks that have patrons. There are sorcerers that are kind of born or imbued with their abilities. And then there are wizards who learn their magic. So yeah, I would think you would, of the three options for arcane, you would think he's more of a warlock, what he's describing, sworn to a patron that repays their fealty with abilities.
Right. So I look Corin dead in the eye and I say, so you're a warlock with a patron. That's what you're trying to avoid telling us. Yes.
I don't avoid telling you that.
So you admit to it.
Who's the patron?
I don't really know.
Do I feel like he's telling the truth on that?
Roll insight. And Alex, you can roll either persuasion or deception, but don't tell me which one. Don't tell any of us which one. And don't roll it in so that they can see it.
Are you getting
14?
Okay, you're getting it on your screen.
I'm getting
from
it.
the-
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm seeing it.
10.
A 10, and Zirin got a 14. So whether you're being deceptive or being persuasive, Zirin kind of sees through it a little bit. So tell him, does he think you're telling the truth?
Yes.
I feel like you're telling the truth here that you don't know the
You
name.
do. Yes, that
Okay.
his reaction when you ask is almost one of frustration about it, a little bit, like, I want to know who it is that's pulling my strings, but I don't. And you see a little frustration on his face, which tells you he's telling the truth.
Okay. Yeah, I look at the others and say, I feel comfortable enough that he's being honest, that he can't name his patron. I suppose that's normal enough with sorcerers.
Is it normal? I haven't encountered many warlocks. It's
Then
just weird. You're making a deal with the deity or species that you don't know? Just with a random? Were you just seeking power and that's how you ended up with a deal for who knows what?
I'd like to do
Well,
a check
pretty
for
much,
myself to see
yes.
if I believe this or not also.
Yeah,
But
you
I'd
can
like to do
roll
it based on
insight.
knowledge. Okay, I have a plus. Right, Arcana is something I also studied.
Roll Arcana then. If that's what you're going
That's how I'm
for,
judging it.
Yeah, if that's what you're judging it for with, then roll Arcana.
So Nisa asked me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was kinda, it was a little bit random. But still, if you were living in a village as a fisherman, in a village who hates tieflings, who don't hate tieflings, but let's be honest, who likes them? Who likes us? Nobody. And is given this opportunity, you just stick it, hoping for the best.
So,
Just
Bob.
grab it, hoping for the best.
Yeah, that's fair. Bob, you rolled a nat 20 on that Arcana check. So you're going to realize that what you know of warlocks and patrons is that these patrons, sometimes they can be of good alignment, sometimes evil alignment.
Okay.
And those that are normally neutral to evil alignment tend to find subjects in their worst moment, about to die, about to fail, about to being persecuted, whatever it is, they find them at their worst moment and they make an offer they can't refuse. So it's not abnormal for them not to know who their patron is. It's also not abnormal for it to almost be not even a choice.
Right. Now, I appreciate the fact that, right, it could also be contradictory, right? I have all this knowledge, but he is an exception to the rule, right?
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I do get that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It could
so
be,
then,
but you rolled really high, so you get a lot of information for that.
Okay. How did you come into correspondence with your patron? What was the situation? Were you just outside fishing one day and this being came out of the water? What's the deal?
Something like that. Well, this is the situation is not all that wasn't all that happy for me to always get back to it, or just like that. I mean,
Shenma Isa.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't a pleasant situation in my village. It wasn't the best thing that happened with me in my life, and you pretty much guessed it right. I was fishing, and I dragged something out of the lake.
You dragged something out of the lake?
Yeah, I think it was some kind of an artifact with which it communicated with me for the first time, but
unfortunately, our artificer is gone. Wonderful. Do you still have this object?
Nope.
Where is it?
I have no idea. It doesn't matter anymore, I guess.
Why do you not know where it is anymore?
Let me ask you one question.
Go for it.
Are you after a tall figure who came from beneath the ground?
You got me on this one.
You can roll history to see if you... Really, all three of you can roll history when he asks this, to see if you remember any such description.
Me as the player is assuming one thing.
Well, would your character be assuming the same thing, though? Then you don't need to make the roll if you're...
Probably, because it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, then you're welcome to speak up. If you have knowledge your character should have, you're welcome to speak into it. Yeah, you don't really need to roll if you remember it as a player and you know your character would remember it. It was only days ago.
Well, my character probably wouldn't know whether or not the being was from underground.
True.
There was that abnormally tall creature in a cloak that we were fighting at the city square. So I mentioned to my party members, remember at the town square in Crunchwater, the cloaked figure.
I don't remember if anybody got a close-up look of her face. Probably Beth would have been the only one. Maybe Bob. But I don't remember if anybody got a look at her. No. Okay.
I didn't. I think Beth did, but I didn't. I was from behind most of the time.
I remember she had charmed Beth and had Beth walking toward her. But I don't know that Beth would even remember that moment because she wasn't in control of herself.
Yeah.
At the time. So... you don't know. You didn't see her face, but you do know she was exceptionally tall.
What do you know about this person? This thing from the underground? Like abilities, species, race, gender?
Name.
I know that he or she is somewhere here. And my instruction was to get here in Griffin, to find maybe some help and wait for the next instructions.
So for all you know, you might be here to help her.
No, certainly to eliminate.
For the time being, that's satisfactory with me. Bob, Nissa?
Well, so I'm going to mention to the group my knowledge about warlocks and their patrons and how usually if it is good aligned, for the lack of a better way of putting it, they know who the patron is. Whereas if the god is neutral or evil aligned, it's less likely that the person who is going to be working for the patron knows who the deity is. Now, evil also fights evil, okay? So we could be trading in one evil for another evil, but it could also be neutral. That's definitely a possibility. And the fact that he doesn't know is within line of what I understand or know. So that's not unreasonable. The question becomes, do you want me to explain what happened or not with him here? If you two are fine with it, then so be it.
Let's move on.
And yes, we can use all help we need.
So is that a yes? You want me to tell you what happened in the cave? Or is that no?
Oh, yes, we need to know.
I'm just going to be quiet about it.
We what did happen with that silly dwarf and his mechanical mutt?
Well, I want to point out, he was greatly traumatized by your loss. And he kept on talking about wanting to have a proper burial service for all of you. Okay, he was really downtrodden by it. Okay, he was taking it hard. We wound up finding out that the name of the place we're going to is a tavern and is not actually a keep. And we got in there. We broke in late at night. Well, break in. We snuck our way in to another cave system. And it was remarkably dark. So I became a cat to see. And we wound up getting attacked, not that all that far down in the tunnel, honestly, by these carrion creatures. And then there were these dark, it was very hard for me to see. I wound up changing back into a human and casting a fireball to try to stop one of them from attacking us. And there were these dark creatures that came out of one of the carts used to carry coal or other things, or dirt in this case. And they started going for him. And I became paralyzed. And while I was paralyzed, I see another dwarf appear and seem to be rescuing him. And I thought I was going to die. And I thought, okay, no, this isn't good. And so I wound up turning back time, as it were, and we went back. We tried to flee, and then we ran into his father's former friend, and they had something of an argument for a little while, a back and forth anyway. But Neil became convinced that his father's former friend was also trying for the same goal. That is, to end it. And he said, I should come back and find you, and that we should go into the cave. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily the best idea, but 2 is far fewer than 4 or 5. But now that I also know one of the things we are fighting, we can at least prepare a little bit. And maybe we won't get paralyzed and incapacitated and almost devoured. Dear tiefling friend of ours, you don't seem to look like one of the locals. So if you're coming along, yeah, you're going to need to shave the horns. Put on some whitener on the skin. Maybe lose a hoof. Is that a hoof I see on your feet? Yeah,
No,
you're going to be a little
not
hard
a
to
hoof.
hide.
Yeah, I'm not like it. It's satire, not satire.
You're
And
not
wear
one of those
boots.
goat creatures from Diablo 2.
No.
No. Okay.
Well, I'm not hiding my identity. Being
Yeah,
proud
no, this
of
isn't going to
being-
work.
Being proud of being tiefling. Tieflings is not like some forbidden race anywhere outside of Nazi Germany.
What?
What-
My
whatever.
character's looking confused. What's this Nazi Germany you're talking about?
Yeah.
Nazi.
Corvamir?
Well, Nazi means National Socialist Workers Party of Germany, right? That's sort of
Yeah.
understated. Yeah.
Sounds more like in the Dungeons and Dragons world, maybe Fae. Except they want everybody to be undead, not fellow Germans or Aryans or whatever.
Those were the
Fae?
cowled wizards, right?
They usually wear
Yes.
cowls, but they usually shave their heads bald and tattoo their faces.
Well, Ish is referring to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but-
And the Dungeons and Dragons movie had one in it.
And it also
Oh.
comes up in some of R.A. Salvatore's writings.
Yeah.
Well,
oh yeah.
anyway,
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know that they're going to like big red things. And you're a big red thing.
And he's more of a pinkish colors, but like bubblegum.
Bob, you would remember, without a roll required, that you were able to sneak into the basement when the tavern was closed. So you might be
Yeah,
able
but I was
to.
a cat. I
True.
was a cat. And
Well-
the tiefling, I mentioned this to Tiefling. The Tiefling doesn't care. If he can transform, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, that's up to
But he
you
doesn't
guys
sound like
how
he
you-
wants to. He said he's a big, proud red man. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, first of all. And second of all, did we have this conversation while sitting and chilling? While Bob was, can I have a short rest?
Yeah, I would say you guys have had this conversation for long enough to have a short rest. But as you sit down and now tempers are starting to calm, at the end of the short rest, go ahead and mark it, use hit dice if you would like to. You notice the owl takes flight and begins flying away. And when you look around to see where's the owl going, you realize Beth's gone. At some point during this argument, Beth left.
You know, I'm getting tired.
Our group is getting smaller. Let's proceed.
Neither of you are concerned by this fact that it happens right when we get here with the tiefling?
At least with the
It's
cat, we
weird,
had a
but-
lead.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to remind you that we have rings and we could track each other, right? Using the rings.
What?
Hmm.
I don't have a ring. What are you talking about?
I'm just reminding, I guess, Ziran about our Marquise friend who also used to be a cat. And
What is it with
Cat
that
cats?
cat that we were chasing. And he and then there was a dryad necromancer who
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys didn't tell me what happened.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah, I have no
we update
clue.
Bob. We
Yeah.
update Bob.
You
Bob
update
just has
Bob.
a-
We watched it, so we don't have to go through the whole thing, and hopefully
but
the
I
viewers
didn't.
watched it.
Bob wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
and
you
we
weren't
were
paying
really-
attention?
I'm not supposed to know what happens. My character's not supposed to know what happens, so I really don't know what happens. And there's no question. You can tell me later.
So, while they were explaining it to you, you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, you weren't paying attention again. You got to
Preoccupied with
you
the
got to the
bobcat.
part
Bobcat.
you got to the part where they followed a cat for no apparent reason, and you lost interest, just
No,
like
I
you
was
did in
there
the
for
real
that
game.
part. I was there and saw them follow the cat.
You lost
Bob.
interest at the same point you lost interest in the game, and then wandered away with nil.
Bob, long story short, Cat was really a person. We had to kill a ghoul. We had to kill a dryad. Cat turned back into a person. We have Nil's bag of 38 pieces of gold. I guess it's ours now. On our way here, we ran into a ranger. I suppose a ranger attacking a family. That's where we encountered Corin, who, instead of being particularly useful in the fight, fell in the river, where we fished him out.
He did.
Hey, I fished myself.
He was fishing, the hard way.
Just because your tail looks like a worm doesn't mean it's going to catch anything.
So wait a minute. You're not even
Sickle.
competent as a fisherman, and this deity decided to be your patron?
What do you mean? I just fed your cat with fish I caught in that river. Well,
Yeah, so tell me, how exactly did you catch that fish? Describe it for me.
With his pockets.
this is way beyond your comprehension.
Right, okay. I'm not going to argue the point. I won't argue the point.
It swam into his hood, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, but he doesn't have to tell anybody that, right?
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Did
Well,
my
okay,
character
the
see
ring.
that?
So I asked, is
I don't
Bobcat
think
still
so.
around?
Bobcat is
Yeah.
around, and you notice Bobcat sitting on the stump now,
Right.
looking up in the air.
So Bobcat, where's Owl?
Up there.
Did Owl say anything before leaving?
No. We ate the fish, and then all of a sudden it took off. It went that way.
Okay, is that towards the village?
Yeah. Roll perception.
Okay.
And if everybody else is, well, you wouldn't hear the conversation, but you would see Bob reacting, like suddenly turning to look.
All right, so yeah, I would.
All of
Perception?
a 12.
A 12, yeah. And please do, since we're not on a map in StreamYard right now, call out your rolls so that
25.
viewers, 25. Yeah, I can see them, but the viewers won't see them unless we're on a map. I would say, Bob, you're able to find the owl up in the air, following the cat's line of sight pretty easily. Ziran, you catch something else. You see Beth as the owl lands on her shoulder, walking into the Ashbound Keep, the inn. Maybe you can't see the sign from there, but you were told by Bob that the Ashbound Keep is a tavern, not a keep,
Actual keep.
as described in the name. You
Right, I
see her
feel this-
walking in.
I feel like this is a kind of Lord of the Rings moment of Legolas, what do your elf eyes see? Because,
Yes.
like, we're a quarter mile or a mile from the village in the forest, I thought.
You're not that far from the village.
Okay.
No, it's in the background.
You're
Look at the
seeing-
picture.
You're seeing more like, see it in the
Oh,
background
right.
of the picture. And also, when you see Beth, she's entering the building. I just changed your view, but this was her walking away. But you guys were also intent on your conversation. You never noticed that she got up. By the way, the ring that you had referred to is sitting by where she was standing in your little circle. It's on the ground there. So I guess Bob does have one now.
What does it do?
Zero?
Look.
Nissa, what does it do?
I'm not going to put anything on if I don't know what it does. Well, yeah. Usually.
It's a ring of 1 HP after a knockout. So basically, even though you might have 0 health, you still could have 1 and not get knocked out.
Wonderful. Okay.
I don't think I
Very
took notes about what the ring does, because I didn't pick it up.
I have 1 and she has 1. Just
So
because
just
we're
you
both
two.
fragile creatures here.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, no, that's the wrong quest. This quest should still be.
And you guys are also wearing these rings?
I think just Nissa.
There are just 2 rings. One for
Okay.
me, one for her.
Right. Could you take your ring off a moment? Okay, you can put it back on. Thank you. Right, in this world, does it work like it does in other D&D scenarios where if something's cursed and you try to take it off, you can't?
Most of the
Okay.
time. Yeah. Sometimes you can take the item off or put it down, but the curse remains. But a lot of curses work that way, where they don't allow you to take them off.
Right. Well, good news is I trust the group well enough. I'll go ahead and put the ring on then. And she took
Okay.
it off.
Yeah.
That did. So, okay.
I don't know. Did Alex? Did you create an actual item for that, or did they just
homebrew
know that
item.
they had it? Homebrew item.
They just know. Yeah, homebrew.
I added
Okay.
it manually to my
Okay.
inventory.
Found the notes.
So
Ring
you
can
can
be used once per long rest to keep HP above 0 when HP would go below 0.
Okay, so once per long rest, you can just create a custom item, Bob, and call it, I don't know, Ring of Awakening or whatever.
Okay.
Ring
There was
of Bounce Back. I don't know what you want to call it. CPR.
There was also that coin, the glass mirror, and the longbow.
Yeah.
I took
Yeah,
the
those-
coin, you took
Yeah.
a bow.
The longbow, and I'm pretty sure Beth took the mirror because it was +1 spell attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those should all be in your character's inventories. And I think Ziron gave Nissa his bow, his original bow, when he took the new one.
Correct.
And that should be in your inventory as well.
The gold?
The regular longbow. My
No,
regular
the
longbow.
A
His
regular
longbow.
longbow. Okay.
Yeah, he gave you his longbow.
Short bow, short
Yeah.
bow.
Okay. Well,
Right, I mentioned that the Marquis de Applebaum told us that he has a friend at Brightforge, the blacksmith, and that we should go there to tell him about the Marquis. but probably we should follow Beth into the tavern first.
Yeah, I
Um,
roll 18, so I pretty much I looked at Bobcat when I was speaking about fish, giving him fish, and looking at him, I saw him looking at
Yeah.
owl. I don't know.
So with
did
an
I-
18, you would have
because-
also noticed the owl flying toward Beth and landing on her shoulder just before she enters into that building in the distance.
Seeing
Look,
that, I will probably follow her
we
right
don't want to draw
away.
attention. The tiefling definitely draws attention. You need to disguise yourself, or Catwoman needs to disguise you, or something. Okay? We need.
Okay, I have my makeup kit back.
Also, I need some of the gold because I need to buy Bobcat dried fish so that Bobcat can eat.
Can't he hunt?
But if he's going to go with us into the caves, he might need nourishment. And strangely enough, hardtack isn't going to do it for Bobcat. How much is dried fish going to cost? It's not going to be even a whole gold piece. I wonder how many pieces of fish I should be able to
Okay.
get with one gold piece.
The party treasurer is being frugal.
We do have Nils. I already mentioned we have Nils' bag
Yeah.
of gold, and Nils not here, so we've got 35 gold.
I don't even know how much gold I have. See, that's the thing. That was never made clear to me for this whole campaign. Not that it mattered.
It would have been at part of character creation, your starting gold. When you chose your equipment, it would have added a small amount of gold based on some questions you answered in character creation. So it should show on your inventory an amount of
Like
gold.
30. Take 30.
Yeah, it's
that's it.
25, 30, whatever. If you don't have it, you can add that much. It wouldn't harm anything.
Oh, okay. Then I don't need Neil's gold.
Yeah, nobody at your level should need gold.
I will turn to Nisa and ask her, do you wanna make me a makeup? Don't
This
I
is going to
look
be really good
awesome?
makeup.
Well,
Don't I
else do you
look
want to
already
disguise
pretty?
yourself?
He needs to hide his tail. He can't be
I
red.
don't really need. I don't really want to.
That's not the question. The question is, do we want to do this the easy way or do we want to do this the hard way? Guess what the correct answer is?
I don't
The
understand why
easy
you're
way.
talking with me, but well, I'm talking to Nisa.
And I'm here listening. And I'm
Okay,
asking
yeah,
you,
yeah, that's
how
why-
can you disguise
that's
yourself?
what I-
You're a warlock. Do you have the ability? Can you cast a spell so you don't look red?
Do you have a disguise spell?
Let me tell you that. If you are a master designer, in cosmetology, I would let you paint my nails, maybe. What about that? If you want.
Nails, really? Not
Nails.
horns, not like the pink thing here, like
You know what?
do it
Painting
yourself.
horns would
You
painting
can't.
horns also could look pretty awesome. If you want to paint
Some
horns,
glitter.
Do it little
Not-
festive colors.
Okay.
I look at the
It's
elf
up to you.
and
I
I
like
say,
the idea. I believe your horns would be like
you
so-
guys really decided to let him join the group? Really?
So
What
Lisa,
is this?
Wait a minute.
I
How
think
do you
decided
going to
is one way.
color? It's gonna be so to look badass, so everybody knows that I'm badass.
Okay,
Actually, I
You-
think
you
here-
guys figure it out. Bobcat, you and I are going to go buy some fish, some dried fish.
Anyways,
So
I
we
guess.
head off to town to find a food market. Well,
So,
say-
what
I say to
color
Bob,
are we going?
meet us back here 20 minutes.
Okay.
20 minutes.
Anyways, I'm thinking like some people could be afraid of you, of tieflings, because you look threatening, and they assume that you might do something bad to them. So maybe basically our goal is to make you less threatening, and if I paint your horns with flowers, you would look less threatening. And if I were to give you my
Flowers.
hand pen, you would look like a bard. And they will be like,
What?
oh, it's just a bard. And they will underestimate you. So after that, voila. And you are badass. So what do you
Let's compete in persuasion against my willpower.
All right.
okay.
So Nissa, roll persuasion, and Corin, roll a wisdom save.
Oh, 20,
Oh, is it
30.
20?
Oh, Nissa rolled a 20 and Corin rolled a 23. Corin, you are not convinced that you
Oh.
need to do this. You are not wanting to hide your true nature.
And flowers are. This is not what I'm looking for. Flowers don't look badass usually.
What
I don't
are
know.
you looking for? I could be a side hustle
Spikes.
tattoo artist or something. Spikes? Even more
Spikes.
spikes? Your horse are already spiked. Spikes? How did you imagine it? Spikes?
I don't know. I'm not an artist.
Well, right, your character does have hair, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah, so you can like grab little chunks and twist and add some goo and get some tree sap and
like
I like
you
it.
do-
I love this idea.
Pig-
Yes.
pig-
punk
Pigtails?
rockers from the 80s. Right? The punk
Pigtails?
rockers from the 80s.
Sid Vicious style. Yes. Awesome. Yeah.
Like the double mohawk?
Like something I usually wear in real life.
he's trying to look like a fish now, just have the two fins.
He basically looks like Wolverine.
Yeah, Nissa, if you will make this is
Okay.
going to be dope. Dope.
Okay, my circus, my training in circus was preparing me for this exact moment today. Let's
So
do it.
you have a disguise kit, right, Nissa?
Huh?
You have a disguise kit?
Yeah, some kind of makeup from circus. I forgot
Okay.
its name, but yeah, I do.
Okay.
And
So
we
I'll
While
will
he's
say-
not looking, she makes him look like a clown.
Roll performance to see how well you make his disguise look.
No, come on. Stop
DM,
and get
I
some
just
help.
realized. It was the dwarf that was holding on to the tinder leaf, wasn't it? In the bag of holding.
The cinder leaf.
Thank you, the cinder leaf. So we don't even have that anymore because it was also in the bag of holding.
I'm
And the bag
pretty
of holding went
sure
with
he
the
gave
dwarf.
it to Bob to
Ah.
examine before he got taken away or went left with the other dwarf.
Ooh.
He had
Okay.
given it to Bob.
Do we still
What'd you get?
consider
Roll
it dangerous?
24. Yeah, you look just like a pink version of Sid Vicious.
Awesome. This is pretty awesome.
Okay. So I asked Zira, how does he look less threatening and more punk rock, whatever?
I just give a blank look.
The horns are not very visible. He can certainly just wrap his tail around his waist like a belt under his cloak or something so that it's not hanging out. So he could pass for human ish. I mean,
Yes. Oh,
you get the idea. His skin is a little dark for like a normal tone that a human might have, but
we'll say he's sunburned. Very, very
yeah,
sunburned.
yeah, he looks like a tourist on vacation.
While Corin
Fell
has
asleep.
no idea that you are trying to disguise him, he is pretty much sure that you are making him look badass.
Yeah,
At least he's happy.
yeah,
All right. Has about 20 minutes passed?
yeah. So Bob, you're able to find what you need at the general store in town, and you do notice that while most of the people in town are human, there are other races mixed in around the town. So it's not too abnormal for people to wander in and out of any fantasy town that might be of diverse races.
Okay.
Yeah. So you make it back to the woods 20 minutes later, and Corin looks badass.
Well, that's what Corin has to think about it.
Well, Corin
Um,
and Nissa agree that Corin looks badass because she did it. Zirin seems less impressed, but less concerned as well that he's going to be off-putting in the town.
And how does Bobcat respond to?
Bobcat doesn't care very much for people unless they're feeding him.
Which I most certainly
he's a
do.
cat.
With
He's a cat.
all the fish I have found in the river, I always feeding Bobcat.
Yeah, you're going to have
Before-
to tell me about your fishing exploits one day.
Yeah.
But today ain't the day.
All right. Let's get to the village.
I don't remember what time it was when you guys all met each other. I felt like it was probably mid-afternoon, and then with your short rest and your 20-minute shopping excursion and all of that stuff, it's probably getting close to evening time by the time you guys are at this point.
It's been a while since Beth disappeared, and it's been a while since Nil disappeared.
You guys
Yeah.
probably should go to the blacksmith. I know the tavern. They don't know me, but I know it. So I can go in, get some food, and see what's going on.
Yeah. And
All right.
remember
Pretty
too,
much
Bob,
Heading
you
to
didn't-
tavern.
you didn't get a chance to search any further in the tunnel the last time you were in there.
Oh,
So you
yeah,
don't know where it leads, but you would assume that there's more to it than what you had seen.
Oh, yes,
'cause you
of
didn't
course.
get very far. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'm most certainly going to tavern after bed because it looks suspicious. And I kinda think that she is sort of a sign for me to follow.
Good. Then you're going to wait a little bit before I go in. It is better that people don't recognize that we are together, at least for the time being.
This is an unnecessary precaution.
I'm not
Why wouldn't
asking you. I'm telling
Why
you.
won't you wait for me?
I'm going in first because I already know what it's like. If I don't come out in 5 minutes, all right? If I don't come out in 5 minutes, then you should go in because you can expect that maybe I was attacked. And if I come out in 5 minutes, then that means it's safe.
I asked Nissa to follow me, and we'll go seek out the blacksmith.
Okay. So Bob goes into the tavern. The tavern seems like business as usual, just like the last time you were in there. There's a few
Right.
patrons at the bar, there's a few patrons at tables, there's even some families having dinner. You see no sign of Beth.
So when I went in, Bobcat was in my sack.
Yeah.
I asked Bobcat if he can smell Beth or the owl.
Yes. He definitely smells them.
Right.
Do you have him try to follow the scent, or are you keeping him?
So
hidden?
thinking back to what happened when I was a cat and popped out of Neil's bag, it went all to mayhem. So what I'll do is I will go to the bar keep, to the tavern keep, and I'll tell her that I'd like to get a room for the night.
Okay.
That yes, I'm happy to pay up front.
Yes, we
Yes.
appreciate payment up front. When,
I'm happy to.
one guest we gave credit to never paid and disappeared.
I'm just curious. Was this guy a dwarf?
He was a halfling.
Figures.
Remember, Nil made himself look like a halfling when he was in there,
Right.
so he wouldn't be recognized. So yeah, she's
But all
definitely
those short
talking about
people. But it's short people in general. I found that like to cause problems. Oh, what isn't he? What Catwoman is
him.
Catwoman
She folds
short?
her arms. The halfling woman folds her arms and gives
She's
you
a half.
like
I
a
wouldn't
side
say
eye.
it to a halfling. I wouldn't say it to a halfling.
No, she's a human woman. I'm just messing with you
Yeah,
because you were trashing short people.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the gold.
Yeah. She
I'd
says
also
it's room 4. It's at the top of the stairs and to the left.
Okay. I'll take. Can I have? Do you have a key for the room?
Oh yeah, she gives you a key.
Okay. It's a little stuffy in here. I'm gonna step out a moment, but then when I come back, I'm gonna order some soup as well.
Okay, I'll have the kitchen prepare it so that it'll
right.
be ready when you get back.
And now, just a simple thing, okay? Carrots, potatoes, a vegetable soup. All right, nothing fancy.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, we know you humans can't really tolerate a hearty diet.
No, we can't. You're right. But she's a human too. Okay, so anyway, I step out as a signal to Corin that it's all good.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back in and sit down and
Okay.
wait for my soup to come.
All right. So while you're doing that, and Corin is now inside there with you, Ziran and Nissa, you went to the blacksmith. What would you like to do there?
All right. So we go inside, and I look for the person running the forge, running the operation.
Mm-hmm.
I say, are you Ender?
I am. Do I know you? You don't seem familiar to me.
My name is Sinron, and my friend and I were recently guests of the Marquis de Applebaum, who advised us when we reached Greyfen to let you know about him and that he's human once more.
Well, that's a pleasant surprise. I assume that means you were instrumental in aiding that transformation?
Yes, we helped him with issues with Sir Eric and Meryl.
Ah, so that's what
Earl?
caused it.
Meryl.
Well, it's good to know he's back in his true form. Did he send you to me for a reason?
He
Or
just
to pass the
He
message.
just told us. He just told us when we got to Grayfen to find Ender at Brightforge and to tell you about the Marquis.
Well, certainly that's good news, and, well, the Marquis is likely to be needed. There's been some weirdness in town lately, and we may need his help soon
How
enough.
so?
Something weird is going on in the town. People are acting weird.
In what way?
It's hard to explain, but they stare off into space sometimes and don't react when you're talking to them. They just seem distracted.
Under the
But-
influence of something, maybe an herb or
Perhaps.
a potion or magic.
Perhaps. It does seem like more than just simple distraction.
Okay.
Do you have any suggestions, like what could cause this?
Well, I haven't really investigated it myself, but there were some soldiers around town for a while wearing blue, but they seem to have gone. And then there was a group that looked like forest people that came
Like me.
and went. Well, similar, but not exactly. I didn't really. Some of them came in for weapon repairs and sharpening. Let's see if I remember the name. It's eluding me at the moment.
Vilnius? Valis. Valis.
Let me see. I have it here somewhere.
Yeah, Valis.
Is it Valis?
Lick my nuts. That
was
isn't his
not
last
it.
name.
That was not it.
Turncrown. Valis Turncrown.
Is that the name of your former boss?
That's the notes that I
I don't. Yeah, Valis. Valis.
Valiss. Valis.
I have Vaelis.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's the difference. But yeah, same pronunciation,
Yeah.
probably. So yes, he
This
did
is
say
it.
his name was Valis. We made some arrowheads for them and repaired their weapons, sharpened them.
Okay. Was there anything special or unique about these arrowheads?
No,
Magically imbued, or
they just said they had used a bunch of them and they needed more.
okay.
I'm not sure how many were with him. When he came in here, there were only 2 with him, but it seemed like they were a larger force. But then I haven't seen them since. It's been at least a couple days.
Do you know where
Alright.
they went?
I think they stayed in the Ashbound Keep when they were here, but I don't really know when they left.
And about how long ago was this?
Probably 2 or 3 days, maybe, since the last time, since they came to me for repairs.
2 to 3 days. Okay.
He says, I'll tell you what, for your help with the Marquis and his predicament, I have something for you. And he goes and digs through a bunch of stuff. And he comes away with 3 arrows and a dagger. And he gives the dagger to Nissa. And he gives the 3 arrows to Ziron. And these are +1 arrows and a +1 dagger.
Thank you.
He says, maybe these will help. While you're in town, perhaps look into whatever's causing this weirdness about town. But just be careful who you trust. It's hard to tell the people who seem affected unless you have an extensive conversation with them.
Are there anybody? Is there anybody that you personally recommend we can trust? Anyone that you personally would say we shouldn't trust?
I don't know what's causing this condition, so I would not trust anyone until you've had a conversation with them and failed to see these effects. It used to
Okay.
be such a normal, quiet town.
And do you offer any services on magically imbuing weapons?
Oh no, I don't have any magic capabilities. Um, I can certainly repair armor or build armor for someone, uh, but it doesn't look like either of you really wears metal armor.
That is correct.
I do often make studs so that the leather worker could create studded leather armor. But other than that, I only really work in heavier, medium, and heavy armor.
I'm already in studded leather.
Well, I do have heavier armor, but you seem to be light on your feet. It would weigh you down a bit.
I understand. Thank you. Let's see, bows, arrows. Do you have any more of these arrows, perhaps, for sale?
The +1 arrows, no, they were sold to me by a man who preferred a crossbow and couldn't use them. I don't really traffic in ranged weapons much, so I figured since you helped my friend that they might help you.
Okay. I put out my hand to shake Ender's hand.
He returns it.
Well met, and thank you very much. Safe travels.
And you as well.
I look to Nissa to see if she's ready to head out.
Yeah, and while we're heading out, I discuss with him in lower voice. Do you think it's a cinder leaf effect?
I'm hoping she does this out of I think that's entirely possible. We will need to mention it to Bob, certainly. Corin is likely not to have any knowledge on this issue.
Okay.
So do
Yeah.
you head to the Ashbound Keep after that?
I think I look at her and I say, "Do you think we should head to the herbalist just to see if we see anything that looks like Cinderleaf before we go to the keep, or should we just get to
Yeah,
the
we
keep?"
could go and see what herbs they have. And maybe herbal expert knows herbs here or the effects, like which herbs cause which effects.
No. All right, so we'll pop over to the herbalist.
Okay. You go into the herbalist's shop, and there's a probably half-elven woman. Her pointed ears don't look quite as pointed as yours, Zuron, so she's probably of some mix. She greets you. Hello.
Hello there. We came hoping to just peruse your wares.
Ah, well, have a look around. Are you looking for a product that does something specific, or?
I think some herbs that can help with healing might be what I'm looking for today.
Well, I do have a few healing drafts that I had prepared. A group of elves and humans came through a few days ago and cleaned me out, but I've been able to produce a few since then. I have 3 for sale.
And how much do they cost?
They're 50 gold pieces each.
I'm afraid that might be a bit out of my budget as an elf that mostly sticks to the woods. Oh no! Wait a minute. No, I guess I do have the 50 gold because we got 150 from Marquis de Applebaum, and we divided it among the 3 of us. So I say, yeah, 1, please.
She sold it to you.
Okay. Is this a typical potion of healing?
Yeah, it's a standard potion of healing. She says if you have any herbs that you've collected for sale, I would certainly trade or buy them from you.
Are there any that you're particularly looking for?
Well, I'll trade in just about every herb. Pretty much every herb that exists makes something or is an ingredient for one of the potions or drafts that I can create. So whatever herbs that you find, bring them back here. I can certainly trade them for gold or product.
Okay. So DM, my character wants to think about if there were any herbs that he saw on his way to the village or on the outskirts of the village that would be applicable, right? As a ranger that probably spends most of his time in the woods, he might have had some notion of something.
Yeah, that's...
Would that be in nature or far-fetched?
You can roll nature to see if you remember seeing any, so that you might go back and try to collect them at some point.
Okay. 13.
A 13? Yeah, you probably saw some basic roots and herbs along the way that you really didn't think much of as you were passing them, but now that you know there might be a price attached to them, that they would be easily collectible.
Okay. I turn to Nessa and say, is there anything here that you're looking for?
I turn to the salesperson and ask her, right?
Yes.
Okay, I ask her if she noticed any weird things in people's behavior here, just like them dozing out and not paying attention and stuff.
Roll perception. No, roll insight.
Okay. Lagging as always. Insight. 11.
Yeah, when you ask the question, she hesitates. Almost strangely. And then kind of snaps out of it and says, "Oh, no, I haven't noticed anything."
Does she seem to be under the influence of what Ender described?
I whisper back to Ziran.
But yes. that was a player question to the DM. That wasn't a character question to you.
You can roll as well, insight, to see if that's what you get from it. I mean, if you as a player playing your character think that, then that's one thing. But if you want to roll for it, then you can. If you're not sure how your character would see that.
I think my character would be suspicious and would try and deeply consider it. And all of a 7 probably doesn't tell me terrible much.
No, but the dwarf had just kind of warned you about this type of behavior, so it kind of does make you a little suspicious. Probably both of you.
I shoot a quick glance at Nessa
yeah.
and then
And
look away.
I glance back and I raise the eyebrows to like let them know, like, mm-hmm.
All right. I think we shall be on our way then. I ask, questioning Nissa in a way.
Yeah.
Okay, do you like? But before that, I whisper to you. Do you smell Cinderleaf here or something suspicious? If you can smell that,
You don't see any. I'll tell you that. I'm not really sure you could smell it. You're just as a character, but you don't see any in any of the displays or anywhere in the store.
All right. Let us head on to the keep. Thank you so much for your time.
I also thank and I go.
Okay. As you're leaving the store, both of you roll perception one more time.
Ooh,
I got a nat
better.
1. I got a nat 1, but I have a +9.
Yeah. You are not paying attention as you leave the store.
Smack
But
my
Nissa,
face.
as Nissa closes the door behind her, she looks back in and you see the woman just standing between the counter and the wall behind it and just staring into space. Not toward the door, not toward the wall, just to the side, just kind of inert almost. Unmoving, just kind of standing there. You head over to another building that is the Ashbound Keep.
While they were doing that, as soon as I get into the Ashbound Keep, I also wanted to speak to that counter lady. While they were on their way.
Yeah, the lady at the tavern.
Yeah. I wanted to ask her about the greetings. My name is Corin. Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the Ashbound Keep. How may I be of assistance?
Have you ever seen my friend going inside just a couple of minutes ago?
I don't know you, so I don't know who your friend is. Perhaps
Well,
if you describe them. By the way, that haircut is very unique.
Thank you. It's just, I think that it is going to become a new fashion over here. Why not?
Yeah, it might.
Pretty much. I'm looking around in search for Beth.
So you describe what Beth
taken.
basically looked like.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I thought I saw a woman in a green dress earlier, and she kind of looks around at all the tables. Huh, I wonder where she could have gone.
Can she be upstairs?
It's possible. I don't remember her buying a room for the night. So I'm not sure why she would go up there. Perhaps she left when I wasn't paying attention. And
Well,
you know for a
listening to-
fact she didn't go out the front door. Because you guys were inside of the front door the whole time until you entered.
As she is saying that, I'm looking at all the doors, if any of them is like maybe not properly closed.
You see down the hallway to your right, when you're standing at the bar, to your right is a hallway leading to the kitchen. And immediately on the right, almost at the bottom of the stairs, is another doorway. It's closed. The doorway to the kitchen however, is open. And there are servers coming in and out serving food and whatnot. One of them just brought soup to Bob, who had ordered it.
You know what? Since she definitely didn't come out, and since the every door seemed to be closed, maybe she's in the toilet. If she is not
that's out back.
Out back.
Yes.
On the street. Okay. Then there's
not on the street, like behind the building. There's
outside.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you mind if I have a quick look upstairs, because seems to be.
Oh yes, you're welcome to go
else.
upstairs. Without a key, you can't get into any of the rooms, so you're free to walk up there.
Fair enough. I will climb upstairs to the second floor.
Okay.
Looking for her.
You see quite a few rooms in each direction. All of the doors are closed, and there's nobody in the hallway. There is a cat. Wasn't there a cat that belonged to the place? Or no, it was a boy. It was a boy that was chasing the cat that was chasing the mouse.
And he was the one who was, and he was the bus boy in the dishwasher.
Yeah, he's kind of the busboy type that kind of does whatever they ask him to do. So he comes walking down the stairs as you go up, and he greets you cordially and just kind of nods at you and keeps going. Bob, while you're eating your soup down there, roll insight.
Okay. It's good soup. It's 5. It's good soup.
Yeah, you're like face down shoveling this soup in. It's been a while since you've had
I've eaten. Yes,
warm meal.
Did I hear their conversation at all?
Probably not. You're at a table having a seat, and there's enough of a murmur of the other guests in there that you didn't hear over it. But you did probably notice him going upstairs to have a look up there.
Right.
And I would say by now, Nissa and Ziron, you're probably entering the building by now. And you see Bob sitting at a table. Corin is not in sight of you when you get in the building. He had just gone upstairs.
As they come in, I try to make eye contact with them and indicate that they could take a seat across from me. Am I able to get eye contact, or what are they doing?
Yeah, I would think that they would come in and look around. Yeah.
I nod, and then I look over to the bar, and I point with my nose, and then I go over to order some food for myself.
Okay. The woman at the bar says, "Are you going to be needing a room as well for the night?"
Yes, please. How much is a room?
2 gold pieces.
All right. I take the 2 out of Nil's bag of 35.
Just like an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up and eat your soup. All right. And right for the food, I ask for, I don't know, some rabbit stew or something.
Oh, we have a stew that we serve to the non-humans. It's much heartier. The humans tend to like the thin soups.
What's it made of?
It's made of usually elk, but we have various catches that we'll include in it as the meat portion, but hearty vegetables and a thicker consistency.
All right, 1 bowl, please.
I can have it brought to your table if you'd like. Where will you be sitting?
I think that human that looks eerily like a tree. I'll join that table.
Yes, he does seem lonely, doesn't he?
Maybe he's one of those druid folk.
Oh, I hope not. They're so dirty.
And what race is this again? This is a human or a half-elf?
She's a
or...
human.
She's
As
a
far
human.
as you can tell, she seems like a human. But she could
She likes
be.
being racist to everybody. She's an all-around bigot.
To be fair, druid is not a race.
She's a classist.
Bigot.
Yeah, she's a classist.
And
But
how much
druids do tend to be dirty when they do stay here.
how much is the soup?
Your dinner comes with the room.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. And I ask for the room key, and then I go and sit down by Bob.
You got room 7, in case that ever matters. I don't know that it will, but you go sit next to Bob. He does look a little dirty. He's been sleeping outside for days. But then again, so do all of you. No, you guys bathed at the Applebaum's place, didn't you?
And I was in the cave just
Yeah.
earlier this day.
Yeah, so you guys do look pretty clean compared to him.
Okay.
He's on the second floor.
Oh, go ahead, Corin. What were you gonna say? We'll catch you
Like,
up.
I mean, yeah, I would just go upstairs without any ordering. I would pretty much think that as soon as they come, I would already finish my searching, but before that, I would try to check the doors.
All of the doors on the floor are locked. There seems to be about 10 rooms up here. And all of the doors are locked.
If I look at the floor, do I notice any footprints recent, like fresh?
No, it's a wood floor, and you don't really notice any footprints in the doors. You do hear movement in a couple of the rooms, like somebody is probably occupying those rooms. And then some of them, there's no sound from inside. So either somebody might be sleeping or nobody's in there.
I would try to open the door where I heard a noise. And like...
Okay, so you purposely make some noise jiggling the doorknob?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jiggling the doorknob.
You hear the movement inside the room stop, and then you hear footsteps come across the room, and the door opens, and you see a man answer the door wearing like blue clothing, no armor, but like blue pants and shirt, and you see laying over the chair inside the room a blue cloak as well, and what looks like probably leather armor that obviously he's not wearing is sitting on the chair as well. Who are you? What do you want? Nice hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. I know a really good stylist, by the way.
Oh,
Please,
man. I don't think I could pull off that hairdo though. You see he's bald.
I don't. Yeah, buddy, there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
Nah. Anyway, yeah, I was looking for my friend actually. I hope that she was here.
You thought she would be in my room?
Who knows?
What's she look like?
Well, she's a lady.
Well, so far that's my type.
She lady,
Well-
yes.
But your type is not in this room, right?
I'm in here alone. I just got to town.
No, just got? Huh. Me too. Me too. By the way, name is Corin. I will stretch hand to
He reaches
shake
out your
his
hand.
hand.
My name is Dirk.
Nice to meet you, Dirk. What brought you here? This town seems to drag a lot of visitors recently.
Yeah, I was told to meet here by a friend who said there maybe work for me here. So I figured I would check it out. He told me to wear blue for some reason. I don't know why.
While he is saying that, I kind of peeked inside the room, still thinking that he might be there, because as I have no idea where else she could.
Yeah,
Where
it's
else
not a
she could
very
go.
big room. You can pretty much see the whole room from the door, and you can see there's
Yeah.
nobody else in the room.
Yeah, wearing blue. Huh, that's nice out. Hey, can I assume that it looks like a uniform?
It
He's
doesn't.
wearing
It just looks like his friend told him to wear blue, so he wore the only blue clothing he had.
Yeah, is it like some kind of festival? What are you going to do with all this outfit?
I don't know. He
You-
told me there might be a job here. I had a hard time finding a job in the last town I was in, and he said if I wear blue, it might impress him. I don't know. I don't know anything else at this point. He's supposed to meet me here tomorrow.
Does he look my size?
Yeah, he's the average size.
All right. I think that I will note this information and probably would be planning to maybe borrow his outfit. Later.
Okay.
Later.
Okay.
Not right now. Not right now. After that, listening to all the rest of the rooms, if there is no commotion, I will loudly whisper, Bat? Bat? Are you here?
You get no
Elizabeth?
response. You get no response from that at all.
Can I hear him doing this?
No, there's too much noise downstairs from the other
Right.
patrons, kind of the murmur of a restaurant atmosphere. You don't hear him. He's kind of forced whispering up there. So,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely you don't hear it from down below.
After that, concerned, I will go down.
Are you
I've been
joining the
watching-
rest of them at the table?
Well, what's
Yes.
Catwoman doing? We have no clue.
Yeah,
she never
what
said
is
anything.
Nissa? What is Nissa doing?
I was waiting for my turn. Well,
Well, we're not really in turn order. So when I went to Ziron, since you had entered together, I just thought you were just going along with whatever he was doing. But if you're doing something else, please tell us.
Yeah, so does this tavern look just like a usual one? Like a
It's-
cafeteria?
Not really. No, not a cafeteria. More like a restaurant where you
Okay,
either order at the
restaurant.
bar or you order from a server who will come to your table.
Okay. Firstly, I want to book a room. And secondly, I ask this human lady
Mhm.
if they have any bards, any music.
Oh, sometimes we do, but the last bard that we had just stopped showing up. Not sure why, but we haven't found another one since.
That's interesting. What are the terms and conditions for bards at your place?
You perform, and people tip you.
Okay. So I want some. I've heard that your soup is good, right?
Oh, you don't want the soup. That's for humans. You want the stew. It's much
stew.
heartier. Yes.
Great. Then please give me some stew, and I will perform for you while you're preparing. So I put my hat. I hope I have something like a hat for the tips. So I put it down.
Okay, yeah.
And I perform, and while I'm performing some kind of background music for the restaurant. Actually, no, I'd like not just a background music, but something that would capture people's attention. And I want to watch who is late to response, who is quicker to response, who is basically a poison.
Circus music. Okay, go ahead and roll performance to see how good your performance is.
Okay, so once she starts performing,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell Kat, I'm going to let you out of the bag. I'd like you to sniff around for Owl or Beth. Try not to be seen. Okay, there's a distraction. Okay.
Yeah.
Cat woman is going to be performing.
Yeah.
So take advantage. See if you can smell their scent where it's strong, and come back and let me know, please.
So roll. I want you to make 2 rolls for the cat. First, stealth, and stealth for your cat is +4. And then roll perception. Perception is +3.
All right, stealth +4, perception +3.
Yes, and Nissa rolled 16 for performance. So this is a pretty good performance. And some of the people are tapping their foot. A couple of them are even singing along. Bob rolled a nat 20 for stealth.
Yes.
And a 17 for perception. So
thank God.
Which is a 24 and a 21, or 20 with your bonuses. So yes, definitely the cat is able to slink around under tables, between people's feet, along the bar, and follows the scent, and then returns to you the same way they went, or similar way that they went, and jumps back up into your lap. Their scents end at that door in the hallway. The same one you went into before.
I give Bobcat some fish.
He barely chews and just mows that down.
Are you full?
Yes.
Okay.
For the moment.
Yeah, yes. Well, you went with me to the market to buy the fish. You know what I have.
I do. But I'm already getting hungry again since the last time you fed me seconds ago.
We need to ration some, but good. I give them half another fish.
I don't know this word ration. It sounds awful.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I can't just make fish come out of nowhere. So each one is a ration. Each fish is a ration.
Yeah.
Yes. Just like I have a home so much hardtack. Anyway, okay. Very good. Thank you.
So this is all there is forever?
We can go back to the market and we can get other kinds of dried meat later. Okay. Don't worry.
You had me scared there. I thought this was it forever. This is barely enough to last the night.
You were there. You saw me get pieces and pieces of fish.
I
But
get
no
hungry very
lasagna.
quickly. I get hungry very quickly, especially when I'm asked to do things
Well,
like
thank you.
sneak and sniff.
I understand. It burns a lot of calories. I'm trying to lose some weight too.
Oh, I'm not trying to lose weight.
Please get back in the bag for the time being. We'll talk later.
Another task so soon?
In the bag.
He goes in the bag and he looks out at you, squinting.
Okay. So I, under my breath, right, very softly,
Uh-huh.
I tell Xeron about what we have learned about where it seems that she went, and that it's where I had to go. All right, the pantry door was locked. Neil had to crack it open. All right.
And
Judging
you
by
did so after closing time.
yeah, right.
You did wait until after closing time because you
And Neil locked it when I
Yeah.
left. So they may not know that there was actually a break-in. Okay, that is a possibility.
It's true.
What do you think of Catwoman's performance?
She's doing a good job of keeping the populace distracted. Have we seen where Corin's gone off to?
He
He
just
had-
returned to your table during all of that. I think he said he was going back to your table, right?
Speak of the devil.
Yeah. And by the way, Nissa, you have earned 5 gold pieces and 22 silver pieces.
Nice.
Muzzle tough.
Okay.
Now,
Hello, guys.
By the way, have I
situation
examined
is-
people? Because I also intended to see who reacts to me,
Yeah.
who is slow with their response.
Roll your perception check now.
Come on. I don't know why it is so slow.
Oh, nice. With a 23, as you're looking out over the crowd, you definitely notice some people are really into it. They're tapping their feet, they're singing along, they're clapping. And other people, even at the same table with people who are very engaged, are just staring off into space.
Okay, I try to remember who is.
Plus Bob. Bob is
Zombie
staring off
person.
into space, as are about 4 other patrons in the place. Bob seems
as soon as
completely
I-
uninterested. Go ahead, Corin.
As soon as I come down, come back, I will also clap a little bit while listening to performance. Maybe try to dance even. Why the hell not?
Roll performance.
Oh, dirty 20.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you do a pretty cool dance. Probably nobody's ever seen before. Maybe it's a dance from your clan or group where you grew up. It's unique. It's like river dance.
Yeah. I know. I can.
I have a -1 to performance, so I'm probably watching this, and my legs are starting to hurt by just watching them.
Yeah. And as with most people who can't dance, when they see other people dance, they think they look like embarrassing. Right? Which is why most people who can't dance don't, because they don't want to be embarrassed. So you're looking at him like he's just embarrassing himself.
Same. My performance is
Bob.
also -1.
Bob too.
So both of us are both. We look at each other like these fucking clowns.
Yes, we don't like music.
But-
We don't like dancing.
But
Screw
other
this.
people in the bar, some of the ones who were most engaged with the music, get up and start dancing with Corin. You have encouraged a run on the dance floor.
Okay, so then I asked Zeron if he knows how to pick a lock.
No.
Unfortunately, no. I am not familiar with lock picking. Perhaps
All
we
right.
could pick up a lock picking kit from the town store.
Wonderful. All right, you go do that. You give me your. I saw you talk a while. You rented a room here.
I'm in room 7.
All right. I'll go take a look upstairs, check the rooms, have cats, see if they can smell anything strange or unusual as well.
I'm gonna
You
try
get
and
the tools.
subtly. I'm gonna try and subtly slip my my room key across the table, so that nobody really notices.
Well, everyone's dancing and singing.
Roll sleight of hand.
Oh, good
There,
God.
a lot of
I've got
people
a
are
plus three.
dancing.
I've got
Yeah,
a
a
plus
lot of-
3.
A lot of
Yeah,
people
but if he
are
rolls
dancing.
a 1, everybody hears it hit the floor.
A whopping 8.
An 8. With an 8, you see the bartender, the woman at the bar, kind of gives you a look like, I see.
Oh,
Good for you two.
The druid and the ranger getting it on. Come here, I've got some real wood to show you.
She doesn't care. As
Oh,
long
yeah,
as you
yeah.
paid for 2 rooms, you can use one if you want.
Yeah, he's not going to care at all. Yes. So with that, then I'll take
Yeah.
Bobcat upstairs and
Yeah.
let him out, ask if he smells,
Yeah.
or-
Bobcat doesn't smell Beth's scent anywhere upstairs.
nor the owl.
No.
Okay. My room's room 4.
Yeah.
Zeron's room's room 7.
Yeah.
I go in,
They're
nothing
both
of note.
No, they're both neat and well kept, and prepared for
Right.
use. Like, it doesn't look like somebody slept in the bed or anything and they just never got around to it. They look prepared for use, but simple. There's a bed,
course.
there's a side table, there's a small wardrobe, and a desk with a chair.
It's too gold. Yeah, I know. It's too gold.
Yeah.
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 I'll step out into the hallway and ask the cat if they smell any humans like me, any elves like the elf.
Well, the cat tells you that, yes, there's definitely many scents up here. Just not
It-
the one you were looking for, or the 2 that you were looking
Right,
for.
right.
Yeah.
You hear anything? Like, are any of these rooms occupied? I'm going to trust that the cat has better perception than me.
Yeah, the cat can tell that a few of the rooms are occupied just by their scent being fresh
Right.
leading into the rooms. Probably maybe half of the rooms, or maybe 4 out of the 10 are occupied right now. You 2 rented 2 more, that would be 6.
Right.
So there are 4 rooms that are probably vacant.
Right. All right. I'm content with this, and I asked the cat to go back into the bag, and we'll head downstairs.
All right. What has everybody been doing downstairs while Bob was doing that? Specifically, I assume Nissa's performing for a little while. Corin was dancing when we left off. What's Zeron doing while he's alone at the table?
Well, no, I was going to head off to the general store to try and see if I can get a toolkit, like a like a lockpick kit or something like that.
Yeah, let me look up a good price for that. While Corin, what are you doing? How long do you dance? How long do you keep that up? Same thing, I guess, for Nissa as well.
I think that Well, I could perform for quite a while, but as soon as I see Nisa is starting to slow down, I will come closer and tell that, yeah, it's all good. Siran has left the building, right?
Yeah,
By the
you while you're dancing, you see him leave.
Okay, then I will go to Nisa and tell that, you know what? It seems that we have a lost bet. I have no idea where she is, but there is one guy wearing a fancy outfit. Looking at you, I might assume that you can swap my outfit, even though it is pretty clean after swimming in a river. It is still an outfit closer to a fisherman. And this guy has a fancy blue clothes.
Do you want me to steal his clothes for you?
Or help me with that. We will switch. It is not stealing, okay? I will also leave him one gold piece.
So you're going upstairs.
You know, chances are he will find out because you steal it for wearing it, right? Like, don't you
Holy
want
shit.
tailored
I
clothes for
didn't.
yourself? He will find out, but you could ask him for fashion advice where he bought the item, and it will be so obvious. Just, I know, like, trust me.
That does
You
make
know,
sense. It does make sense.
Yeah.
But maybe he will like my outfit. Okay. Anyway, there is no trace of bed, and this place is closed. If there is no other exit, then I can assume Beth is not here anymore.
I whisper to you that maybe she is not up. Maybe she's somewhere down, because as far as I remember, there are some, I don't know, mine tunnels, whatever, underground that are going from Crunch Waters to this keep. So
right.
probably we should dig deeper, you know?
That's true.
So while you're having that conversation, Xeron went to Gnome Depot and is looking for thieves'
I
tools.
like that.
That's borrowed. They are not a sponsor, but there is a group that posts strange magic items under the name Gnome Depot on Instagram. So good job, guys. I love your stuff. Anyway, you get in there and you're able to find some thieves' tools. They're about 20 gold pieces, though, for a set.
Yeah, no, I've got enough from Nil's bag. There's still 33 pieces in his bag.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yeah, so I pick up a set and I ask if they have an instruction manual that can help with using them.
Oh, no.
Or like a training guide.
A training guide for thieves' tools? You probably shouldn't be messing with them unless you know how. You can certainly try to use them, but they're pretty delicate, so keep a soft touch. You probably have to find somebody to teach you, but unfortunately, most people who know how to use these things are, let's just call it what it is, criminals. You're not looking to steal something, are you?
No.
And they kind of pull them back.
No, not looking to steal anything at all. As a man of the forest, sometimes you come across ruins that you're trying to clear out, and you find a locked cellar door or something, and you want to make sure that there's no animals trapped.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, and they tentatively give it back to you now that they're slightly less thinking that you're about to rob somebody in town.
No, I pull out the medallion around my neck and show Maliki and say, no, my goddess would not allow theft. That would be absolutely abhorrent to her.
Oh, well, I don't know much about Maliki, so, well, good to know.
Would you like to know more? Have you heard the good word of the tree?
No, thanks.
Should I leave you alone for now?
I'm more of a city person. I don't get out in the woods very much.
You could really blossom with this religion. Your friends will be green with envy.
You see their eyes roll back into their head. Seems
them a minor
involuntary.
stroke.
Yeah.
I pay for it, thank them for their time, and head back over to the tavern.
All right. And Bob, as you finish up upstairs and relieve your doubts that there's something untoward in the rooms or your suspicions, do you head back downstairs as well? You're muted.
What time is it?
It's getting later in the evening with all this entertainment and stuff. It's probably maybe 4 hours or so before closing time, maybe 8 p.m.
Okay. Well, I need to head back down and wait for Zeron to come back so I can give him his key.
Yeah.
And really baffle the...
You head downstairs, and Nissa and Corin are still down there. Maybe
and I will,
having their conversation.
I will tell Nissa that, okay, what about if we don't replace the cloth? What do you say about that? We don't replace clothes? I will not leave him my clothes so he wouldn't recognize it was me. I will just basically take his clothes.
No, I think she was saying that he would recognize you wearing his clothes.
I wouldn't put it right away here in tavern.
So you're both walking around naked then?
No. I will leave my clothes. I will not exchange. I will just borrow it for the time being.
Okay. You know, Corin, I know a little blue herb. We can talk later, but put something on.
No, I'm not going to contempt you. I'm going to wear something for certain.
So, are you trying to break into his room now to do that?
I would ask Nissa to come to, I don't know, maybe she can help me with all that. Maybe she will distract him.
Just the last warning, or I don't know. Do you really? You can just ask him and compliment him and talk him into giving you his clothes.
He said that he really. Yeah, he said that he. It might work with you girls, but like. In conversation man to man, we don't usually ask anybody's clothes. I'd rather steal it. And also he said that he really needs it, that his friend asked him to come specifically in that cloth to this town.
Which clothes? What did he say?
And I will describe her the cloth.
Yeah, it was just blue clothing. Blue pants, blue shirt, blue cloak.
So any blue will work. So if we paint our clothes in blue, we could impersonate basically and join whatever find out be disguised. So we just need blue clothes. That's it.
I need that cloth. If you paint my cloth, it's not going to look as awesome as his. There is also this leather armor and this awesome looking bluish cloak. I'm telling you, this looks dope. Fucking dope.
Nissa is getting the impression that this doesn't have anything to do with anything except Corin wants those blue clothes.
Okay.
I mean, he wouldn't give it to me because he needs it, and I explain her while it is going to be really difficult to get the clothes from him because his friend told him to get here in this particular cloth.
And you need these clothes because they look nice, not because
And
of some.
And I needed them because they look much better than mine. I mean, look at this Rex.
I personally don't want to participate in this, to be honest, but I could help you by playing some music in the hallways in between the rooms. I guess there is like a hallway with some rooms, and I could, I don't know, sit on a sofa if there is one, like in hotel. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
there's no sofa in the hallway. It's just a simple hallway with doors to the rooms.
Okay,
I
then.
will look for a sofa for a chair to drag it upstairs.
Okay. Is there a window in the end of the hallway?
Yeah, there would be a window on each end of the hallway.
I want to sit on the window. How is it called?
The windowsill?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I want to sit there and dun play the music.
Hold on. Before you do that, I think that I will go try to climb from outside at the window. So if you will knock at the door and maybe ask him to listen.
The door, though, is not near one of the windows. It's closer to one window than the other.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like two more rooms before you get to the window on the closer side.
So you can knock at the door.
Each room has a window as well.
Yeah, and I just lead him out of the room, maybe. Meanwhile, and play for him. Meanwhile, I will go from outside, climb to his window, get the cloak and armor.
I will just play for everyone.
I'm out.
Okay. So
there's only him.
You're sitting in the hallway playing music. Roll performance.
Okay.
Nice. So you're playing a rousing tune in the hallway. The four rooms that are occupied, people come out of all of those rooms and start yelling at you. What are you doing? We're trying to sleep up here. It's a good song, but play it downstairs.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, it's loud enough to hear from downstairs now that there's no bard playing downstairs. They're playing up in the hallway upstairs. So the 4 people come out. Corin, roll acrobatics or athletics to climb up into the window. You can pick which one.
It's going to be acrobatics, yeah. It is 13.
A 13. You're able to get up into the window, and you see the man standing at his door yelling out the door.
I will try to sneakily open the window.
Roll stealth.
Holy shit. Five. It is 5.
Creak! That window is like warped or something because it squeaks all the way up, and the man turns as you're like halfway in the window with it up, and he turns. What are you doing, thief? And he runs toward his desk and grabs something off the desk and is running toward you. What do you do?
As soon as he shouted thief, I wanna snap makeup from my pouch and cast friends on him.
Okay.
It is wisdom 15.
He rolled a natural 20.
Ooh!
And as you throw some powder into his face, he attacks you. He rolls a 13 to stab you with his dagger.
13 passes as I didn't put mage armor.
Okay, let me roll damage. That is four points of piercing damage as he stabs through the windowsill, through your hand into the windowsill.
Through my hand?
Yeah.
This way?
That's pretty much one of your hands is on the windowsill. The other one is pushing the window up, and you're kind of half, partly in, partly out of the window. And he stabs through your hand into the windowsill.
This is where I will use my chill touch with this the same another hand.
Okay. Go ahead.
Another hand or the
Patting
other
him.
hand?
The other hand. He only has 2. As
Okay.
far as you know.
The other hand. It is going to be 18 to hit.
Really? He was born
That
Nostrum
hits.
Noble.
Roll damage.
Did it roll?
Yes. Necrotic, 14 points of necrotic damage. You see as you, where do you touch him with your other
At the
hand?
shoulder.
You touch his shoulder and you see like his night clothing, whatever he's wearing to sleep, and part of his shoulder just kind of melts. And he gets a look on his face and falls over dead.
Holy shit. I very fast. I grab all the clothing, come out of the room while picking it and trying to shut it down. Like
You're going out
don't
the door
disturb.
or back out the window?
Yes. Out of the door.
Out the door. All right. So you go out the door carrying all these the clothing.
And packing
and you-
them.
Okay. And then you shut the door.
Shut the door, close it. Looking around, like
As you get out into the hallway and close the door and start walking toward Nissa, trying to look nonchalant, the woman from the bar comes running up the stairs and says, "What are you doing? You can't play music up here. I didn't agree to this. My patrons are trying to sleep."
This is where I
I
cast
say-
friends again.
Do you two even have rooms here?
We didn't know. I was really sorry because I thought that it was really noisy out down there. I wanted her to play for me here. Really sorry for the inconvenience.
Okay. I want to make a point of doing this while this is going on.
Okay. You
I
would
am
have
going
heard
to-
Bob, just so you know, you heard the man hit the floor upstairs. You did hear that.
I step out of the tavern. At the moment, they still haven't connected me with this moron and Catwoman. I'm stepping out of the tavern to get a good breath of fresh air. And if I see Zeron during that time exiting, I nod him. I motion to go out the door, and we just
You would
stretch for a little
probably.
while.
I'll say you would see Zeron returning from Gnome Depot while you're out there.
All right. And yeah, I motion with my head that we just take a little walk for a little while.
You're free to
Meanwhile,
speak,
what
Zeron. You can. Oh, something going on in your background. Okay. Go ahead, Nissa.
I give a look to Corin like, I didn't expect that. And then I apologize to the public and I say, I'm so sorry. He just wanted me to play this music and I wasn't sure if I was able to play it at all. It was the first time I played, so I wanted to do it here, but I'm sorry that I didn't. I guess I could have played it there.
Yes. Always play in appropriate places, not where people are sleeping.
I was just experimenting. I didn't know the melody, as I mentioned. But okay, I apologize.
The experiment failed. Lesson learned.
Yes.
Hopefully. And they slam their doors shut and go back to sleep. Bob, as you're leaving the tavern, you hear 3 doors slam shut after about a minute after the body hits the floor. The loud thump. You don't know it's a body hitting the floor. It's a loud thump.
But I'm aware from the second floor. I know which. Do I know which side?
Yeah, it was definitely the right side of the hallway. And moments before that thump, you saw Corin go running out of the building.
So I'll
Sneakingly, sneakingly.
Yeah, he snuck through a tavern full of people.
Oh, he's outside of the building. It's only
he went.
who's upstairs.
Catwoman was upstairs. They both went upstairs. Then Corin came downstairs and went out the front door.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, because he climbed up the side of the building to get in the window.
It was all happening in their room.
Yeah.
And somehow the bartender lady didn't put together that he went out the front door and then she saw him upstairs a few moments later.
She hasn't yet.
Well, I tell Zeron when they finished singing, she went upstairs and started singing up there. I heard some bangs, some booms, and I bet the tiefling is behind it. How wise is this guy? Because I'm just getting this feeling.
You don't know. I mean, there's no way to know. But
he
based on
with
his
me.
actions so far, you would assume it's not super high.
No, but I also argued with him
assuming
about me going in first, right? And he didn't want to do that, right?
Yeah.
But I sit down and check it out.
Yeah. He seems a little impulsive.
Yes. Impulsive, right.
Yeah.
And I am exactly the opposite of this. Okay, so shall we take a look around to the side of the building where there was the sound? See if there's anybody there.
There's one open window.
I say to Bob, if If there's trouble there, we don't want to be implicated. I think it best that we either go back in or we be seen being somewhere else.
Right. Okay. All right.
How about
so
the
we just-
bakery? A friend that I made, the Marquis de Applebaum, had mentioned that there was the herbalist, the bakery, the blacksmith, and a town hall led by Evelyn Craig. The bakery sounds like a good place to be considered.
There's no shoemaker? I'm disappointed. Okay, sure. We can go off to the bakery if it's still
The
open.
bakery is closed when you get there.
Right.
Are there
All right,
people walking around, villagers, guards?
There's a few villagers on the street. You don't notice any town guards here.
Okay, well, we can double back to the tavern now. I mean,
Yeah.
we have a reason for having gone out. We can go back in and just go to our rooms. We don't know what's been going on. And I gave him back his key.
But fair enough, you have no idea what was going on anyway.
No.
Yes.
Well,
but we
they
want
did
to-
hear, they did see some things that would be suspicious, like you running out the front door. Zero wasn't there. Only Bob saw it. They saw you run out the front door. Then they heard a weird thump on the floor. They heard her playing
That's-
music upstairs. So there was some suspicious stuff, but they have no idea the details of what happened up there.
But we can walk
Yeah,
in
just-
nonchalantly up
Yeah.
to our rooms.
When you go
And-
back into the tavern, things seem normal. Everything's like people are still eating. There are different people at the tables. Some have left, some come and gone, right? The bartender lady is back behind the bar. And it's probably another hour has passed. So they're probably cleaning up. They're wiping down tables that don't have people at them. They're kind of doing what you would do to prepare for closing in a couple hours.
It's about 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
It's probably after 9 by now. Yeah. After all that escapades. So you guys said that you're going to head up to your rooms. What are the other two? What are Nissa and Corin doing at this point?
So, is it like leather armor?
Yeah, it's just basic. It doesn't look super expensive. None of the clothes look really that expensive. But they're in good shape. They're newish. They're clean, well kept. So yeah, it'll function as leather armor. If you don't already have leather armor, you can add it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can add an outfit, blue outfit, pants, shirt, and cloak. So are you two doing anything else once you are back downstairs?
I will finally order some stew
Yeah.
from the lady.
Okay. She says, "Do you want to take that here at the bar, or do you want it sent to your table?"
At table.
Okay.
Sitting at the table, I will look closely at the other doors and other possible exits that could take.
Yeah, you can't see into the kitchen from any of the tables. So the door is open to the kitchen, so you can see in it, but you can't see the whole kitchen. So there could be an exit door through the kitchen, but you can't see it from where you're sitting. The only other door you see is that hallway door, just at the end of the hallway closest to the stairs, not closer to the kitchen.
Not muted, Nisa. And I will ask the bartender lady if she is sure that. Are you sure that any woman didn't pass your kitchen?
She says, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the chef would have screamed bloody murder if a customer was in the kitchen.
Could she use that door?
The pantry? No.
Yeah.
No. It remains locked. Only employees would have the key, me and the chef.
The thing is, we were here, watching her entering. I mean, me and myself, watching her entering. She never came out. She is not upstairs. She's not downstairs. And she didn't pass through your kitchen. And I'm really worrying about my friend.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you, because she definitely didn't go through that door. And if she went in the kitchen, the chef would have screamed. So I think you just got distracted. And from what I've seen of you, it's easy to do. I mean, since you've been in here, you've been dancing, you've been singing, you've been making a ruckus upstairs. Hey, wait a minute.
Point.
By the way, I saw you walk out the front door, and then you were upstairs again. How did that happen?
I think that you might be distracted as well. Never left the building.
Roll deception.
$14.
She's kind of looking at you really, like, suspiciously now. And she just kind of nods her head. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. And then she goes back to work, wiping things down. And she's just, every once in a while, you notice now that she kind of looks at you. And she's got a very suspicious look on her face now.
I will return back to table to eat stew while looking closely at the pantry door. Since it is the only door that has been left, right? If I investigate I look through everywhere, this is the only way.
And you haven't seen anybody the entire night go in or out of that room. The whole time you've been here.
Here we go. If I cast a mage hand and try open the door with it while distracting the lady, do you think I can do it?
This door is like right across from the bar. So it's going to be nearly impossible while the bar is open for you to get through that door. Without being seen.
I mean a mage hand, not me.
Oh, yeah, you can send a mage hand, but mage hand's not invisible unless your class ability specifies that it is.
No, it does not. But like how many people there are? Can I distract the lady and with the mage hand try to open the door?
Sure. What are you trying to do to distract the lady?
Oh, are there any other patrons?
Oh, yeah. There's still people in the bar.
I will not do that while there are so many people. But I will definitely tell Nisa that I think that logically speaking, this is the only way Beth could go. And
you were... I think didn't Bob explain to all of you that the catacombs were accessed through that door? Yeah, you did. While you were still in the woods, everybody agreed that he could relay his story about how he lost Nil, and almost got eaten by a giant centipede. And then,
Yeah, but I didn't know that he also specified about the door as well.
Yeah, he told the whole
That
story.
it is exactly the sort.
Yeah, he did tell the story about how they accessed the door after the place closed when everybody was asleep.
And then I will tell Nisa that she is in those catacombs. That's the only way she could go then.
Okay.
I psionically answer that I agree and ask him what on earth happened there.
Oh, don't mention.
I get suspicious with his lack of
But
answer.
I will show her.
Make you roll. I'm not even going to make you roll for suspicion because I'd be suspicious.
I will try to distract her by showing her the clothes. So you see?
Look,
Are
shiny
you gonna
objects.
show me it here while I'm playing and we're communicating psionically?
Hmm?
I try my music to be as steady as possible, even though I cannot do a face palm because I am doing handpans.
You're still performing. Okay.
Yes, we're talking. I wrote it in the chat that I want to connect psionically with you to question you basically what on earth happened because I've heard a thud.
Okay, psionically, I would explain that things got messy. Things got messy, and I think that the guy might be unconscious, might need some help.
That was 20 minutes ago.
Unconscious or dead?
Maybe not anymore. Let's say sleepy. Let's say sleepy.
You don't need to filter it out. It's psionic.
He's fucking dead.
Okay, I do some kind of like
dead as a rock.
The ending of the music.
Half of his body looks like shit. I don't think that we have enough time here. And we have to figure out how to get through this door if you ever want to see Beth. And I fulfill the task of my... I wouldn't call him master. Friend. Close friend.
Nissa, you got a room earlier, right?
Yeah.
Did you get a room earlier or not? She did. Yeah. I thought... Yeah, you did. But Corin doesn't have a room. So after probably another hour of playing, the woman comes over and says, we're getting ready to close for the night. If you need a room, now's the time. Otherwise, we'll be asking everyone to leave shortly. Last call.
Okay. I will look at everybody else.
Nobody else is there except Nissa. She's winding up her set. Ziran and Bob had gone all the way up to their rooms already. Well, one of the rooms or both. We're not sure. We'll leave that to them. 2. Bob says 2 rooms.
Okay, Nissa, I will go outside. Hold a door for a minute. I will cast invisibility and come back. And hide somewhere.
Okay. You hide somewhere. Eventually, Nissa, you go up to your room as they're closing the place for the evening. Corin, you would have witnessed, because you're invisible and you're down there, just trying to stay out of the way of anywhere they would be cleaning or prepping. They mop the floor, they clean the tables, they put the chairs up, the whole 9 yards. They close the place down, and shortly after midnight, the place is shut down and the staff leaves. Go ahead. Except for the woman. She has a room on the bottom floor. She's the tavern innkeeper as well. Go ahead, Bob.
I'm listening for Nissa to come up
Yeah.
because I want to talk to her.
Okay. Yeah. At some point,
So
she
while
comes
that's
up
all
to her
going
room.
on,
Yeah. While he's watching them close down the place, you hear her come up and access her room.
okay. So, may I come in?
Yeah.
Right. Make sure the door is closed. What were you thinking? Why did you go upstairs, start performing? What happened?
Corin asked me for a distraction, and I regretted it. I tried to talk him out of his plan, but apparently it went horribly wrong, and the person who he wanted to rob got unconscious or sleepy, but I doubt it. I hope he didn't kill him, but he might have.
Which room is this?
I remember him walking out of this room, right? Okay, then I tell.
It
Right.
would have been down the hall. Let's see. One of you's in 4. It would have been next door to Ziron's room.
Okay. Right, next to room 7.
Next to room
Okay.
7. So
Well,
probably 5.
Remember, there are other people in our party. So maybe tell them, slow down. Let's try to make a plan rather than be impulsive. Yes? You could mention that in the future, please.
I tried to talk him out of this. I've told you.
And then refuse. Just say no, right? Okay. I need you to come out just to make and see. Well, I'm going in there. I'm going to attempt to enter that room and see what happened.
Okay.
Okay, I can sneak to this room as well.
Yeah, I don't know that he would have had any. He didn't lock it on his way out, so it is unlocked. You open the door, and there is a body laying on the floor, and the window's open. The body's not moving. It's dark in there, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
I go
And
up
to
to the
answer the question in chat real quick before you move on, a short rest does not necessarily restore spell slots. It does for certain classes, like warlocks. It does not for most, but some classes have the ability to restore spell slots through a feature. Druids, I believe, can do that. Clerics can do it. There are certain classes that can use an ability to restore spell slots, which you can have done if you have the ability prior to your short rest. I don't think rangers do, or paladins. Hybrid casting classes don't. But there are so many subclasses now that they may have included it in some, so I don't know. Go ahead, Bob. Finish what you're saying.
I want to go up to the body and assess it and consider whether I can
roll medicine.
Okay. $19.
He dead.
Dead. As in nothing I can do.
He dead. Like
dead.
He's
do I know,
halfway. He's halfway to hell right now.
Do I know what did it?
Or wherever he's going. Do you know what did it? Yeah,
right.
His shoulder and part of his neck and down into his arm a little bit is melted. You've seen necrotic damage before. It's necrotic damage.
Yeah, that's not nice. Wow, that's not a pleasant way to go. I informed Catwoman of my medical assessment.
His final facial expression confirms that it wasn't pleasant. Yeah.
I asked her if she wants to take a look in the room and just see if we can find anything in the room.
Oh yeah, I do. So eagerly.
I close the door. Okay,
I'm a rogue.
Okay, I close the doors just in case somebody else comes
Yes,
up.
yes. And I do it stealthily. I examine the room. Is it perception?
No, it would be investigation, unless you're just looking. If you're not touching anything, it's perception. If you're physically looking through papers, opening drawers, that's investigation.
I'll help. So does that mean she gets with advantage or something like that?
Yeah, she can have advantage if you're assisting, or you can
I'll
roll
help
separately.
Her.
Okay.
I'll help.
So you can roll again and see if you get a better one. That one's worse. So 13 is the better of the two.
Mm-hmm.
You find nothing in any of the drawers. It doesn't look like he was planning to stay here long. And he's got like a backpack, but it looks like it's pretty much empty except for a small pouch that's still inside. And there is a note on a piece of parchment.
What does it say?
It says, come to Graythen, wear blue clothing, that will impress them. I can get you into the order, I think. And it's signed Nicholas.
Nicholas, interesting.
Also, Catwoman, you like to check the pouch?
Yeah?
There's a pouch in the bag.
Okay. Do I roll something? Anything? And I want to check his the insides of his pockets.
Okay, first you're checking the pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the pouch has coins in it. There are 12 gold pieces and 23 silver pieces in the pouch. He doesn't have anything in his pockets. He's wearing like night clothes. They don't really have pockets.
Okay.
He was asleep while he was rudely awakened and then murdered.
Waking, but he listened to good music before his death.
And then grave robbers come.
Well, technically it's not.
He doesn't know about that.
You're robbing the crime scene.
It's not like he can take it with him.
I ask Bob if he has a bag of holding.
Yeah, of course I got a bag of holding.
Could you put the body there? Is it possible? Like what? We need to get rid of this. And then ask Corin for gratitude.
Now, DM, how big is the opening on a bag of holding? It's like a handbag. Oh, okay. No,
it's
I'm saying like it's a handbag, and it's like, oh, right.
Well, in Baldur's Gate 2, you could put plenty of dead bodies in it. You can put ankegs in it.
You can put. This can be done. Is this what you're doing?
Well, is there some reason? Am I aware of a reason why I shouldn't put a dead body in the bag?
I'm not sure what you mean. Like, it's not going to explode or anything.
Is it going to make a bloody mess over everything? Literally a bloody mess.
Is it going to decompose in the bag?
It's not. The guy wasn't bleeding. His flesh just melted. So there's no blood.
Right. But outside of that,
decomposition. Normal
right, but unless it's cauterized, blood's going to come out. Organs are going to come out of the wound.
It depends on how long you leave it in there. But remember, there's only 10 minutes worth of oxygen in a bag of holding. So it would probably slow decomposition, if anything.
Catwoman, we're gonna go bury the body then? I mean, what do you want to do? Realistically.
In her litter box.
Oh,
First, I want to show it to Corin somewhere, of course, private. Like, you forgot something. And then he will do whatever he wanted. He wanted to. Never mind.
did you become a warlock too? Good God.
Contentious.
So
Contentious.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
going to, for the time being, we can't, if for whatever reason we can't get into the cave and have to wait another day, we don't need the corpse here. Better that the person just disappeared.
Yes,
No
yes.
doubt.
That's why I am asking
Okay.
you for you to.
Fine. So let's take some of the linen. Let's take some of the linen from the bed or whatever, wrap the body up, and we'll put it in the bag of holding.
Okay. You put the
Fine.
body in the bag of holding. The establishment is now closed. And you hear the last of the staff leaving, or I suppose Corin would witness them leaving as he's invisible and he's still downstairs. You see the woman go back through the kitchen into another room, and you hear her door close and lock. And you feel like you're alone on the first floor of the tavern at this point.
I will sneak in the kitchen though,
Okay.
making sure Beth is not there.
Beth is definitely not in the kitchen. Nobody's in the kitchen. There is a back door,
Nobody is.
and there's another door off of the kitchen that is probably the one that the woman went into, that lives on the property since it's a tavern and an inn. Otherwise, there's no other doors in there in the kitchen.
Okay, then seeing there is nothing in the kitchen, I will get back. I'm pretty sure that I'm not in invisibility anymore. It is only about an hour.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, by they're closed and everybody's out of sight of you before it wears off, though.
I'll approach the door to the dungeon, try to
It's
open
locked.
it up. It's locked. And since I don't have anything that can unlock it, I'll probably go upstairs, telling the guys,
Well,
time to go.
Well,
There's
I go-
nobody in there anymore.
I asked Nisa to open the door and make sure the coast is clear
Okay.
before we come out of that guy's bedroom. And we didn't find a key, right? We didn't find the key to the door.
Mm-mm.
Right. Okay. Catwoman, you like to check to make sure when we walk into the hallway nobody's there?
Yeah, I make sure that the room is really clean afterwards and there are no personal belongings of his. As if he just left silently during the night. And well,
You're taking his backpack that's now empty. You're taking that with you? Okay. All right.
Well, I fold it, and yeah.
We can put it in the bag of holding too, right?
Yeah, you can put it in the bag of holding. When
Okay.
you go by the door and listen, you hear somebody walking in the hallway.
Okay, then I stop like Bob, like no, not the time. I want to see through the crack in the door or maybe some other see
You
somehow
see
who
through the
is-
keyhole.
Yeah,
You look through the keyhole and you see Corin walking around out there trying to figure out which rooms you guys are in.
Okay, I rolled 5 for my psionic powers, so we have
Yeah.
I could connect to a person for 5 hours, and I'm saying, stop going here and there. We're gonna walk out. So we, I guess, walk out.
Okay, so you walk out into the hallway. Now 3 of you are together. Do you get Xeron as well?
Okay, telepathically, I tell Nisa we shouldn't have a powwow in the hallway. And I close the door
What in the
behind
hallway?
me.
I don't think she cast to have you involved in that because you weren't in the room when she cast it on Corin.
But she
So
got
she-
5 people.
She got
But she has
5
to choose
hours, I think.
But she has to choose the people who are inside of her at the time of the casting, right?
I could cast it several times during.
And I'm
the
right
day.
next to her. How am I not
Okay.
inside of her?
But when she cast it, this would have to be a new casting then. And I don't know
Okay,
whether or not
then
it
could
erases
be
a
new
previous.
casting. Actually, it could be a new casting, like with all of you. So
Yeah.
I guess
Is it a
we
cantrip?
believe that I want
You
to
can-
renew.
You can connect. No, it's an ability. She's a
Oh,
rogue,
dang.
I believe. It's an ability with her subclass. So she can connect all of you, and you're having this conversation.
I let them into my room. I had to flag them over and
Sure.
it's
Okay.
nice for the romantic music in my bedroom. You didn't mute yourself as you played the piano there.
All right. So
Oh,
what
tell her.
is the psychic or verbal conversation that's happening in Xeron's room now?
I suggest I point and to indicate that we should all go psychic. Just so that anybody creeping about isn't eavesdropping.
Nisa.
Okay.
Okay, well then men
So this
telepathically.
is all happening telepathically.
Right.
So what is
Let's
being
all
said?
through Nisa. Nisa, tell Xeron what Dipstick did over here. The tiefling.
Yeah. Firstly, I tell Ziran, but I also can I broadcast to multiple people? I guess I can. So
You're all
So
connected
Corin-
together, you said. So everybody's hearing what you're thinking to each other.
okay, so I describe what Corin did, and that we had to kind of clean up the mess after him.
By
And
the
I
way,
look-
I'm already in this armor, in blue, in this fancy looking leather armor, which I didn't have.
Fortunately, he was invisible while he was changing clothes in the middle of the tavern downstairs.
Well, before visiting the kitchen.
Siron's eye starts to twitch.
Yeah. Corin, do you tell them that the door downstairs was locked?
Well, yeah, this is the only way Beth could possibly go.
Well, I was able to acquire some lock picks. However, I have no magic left until I rest. Do we trek on now, or do we wait a full day? The longer we are from Beth and Nil, I think the worse it is.
Well, I
Truck
don't. I
what?
think Nil's probably fine. What I will point out is that it's very likely the innkeeper knows that it's there, and if we do not successfully unlock the lock quietly, we may have more people meeting us down in the cave when we get there. It was already bad enough with what happened with 2 of those bloody things. And Tiefling here seems to be a little,
Murder happy?
well, he wants to get into the action, no doubt. But it might be a little wise to go a little bit more slowly. Because right now I have a dead body in my bag of holding. And this man was probably innocent. Okay? He may have even been a good man. We have no idea. We will never know. You need
May
to
his
slow
soul
down.
rest in peace.
Okay?
Now, DM, am I right in my understanding that on a long rest I can change my spells?
Yeah, I allow it. It's not a rule anymore. You have to be certain
really?
classes to change your spells on a long rest in 5.5. But I allow it anyway because I think it's a dumb rule.
Yeah.
I
How
think
do
you being
how
stuck
do
with your spells until the next time you level is ridiculous. Yeah, only I think it's druids, clerics. There's only a couple classes that can change them every long rest. The rest of them have to do it when they level, which is just terrible in my opinion. It's terrible
So
for
I tell
gameplay and it's terrible narratively as well.
so I
Do
tell the group that after a long rest, I can put us in a no, that's the wrong spell. I can put us in a sphere of silence so that we can find our way through the door without potentially disturbing others.
Okay, you would know though that in order to take a long rest at this point, you're going to have to wait another
Yeah.
entire day
Yeah, I appreciate that
before you
fact.
can go through the door.
When you said that it was already getting to be late into the evening, 10, 11, I'm like, yeah, no, there's no way that we would be doing this now. Because even as an elf, it would be 4 hours for me. And
Yeah.
so, yeah.
as
Bob, one more thing Bob would remember is that you did find an area where there was storage down in the catacomb that
yes,
you could potentially rest there. You don't know how often it's disturbed, but it looked like basic supplies. It didn't look like anything special.
right.
You know
The
what I mean?
first place, yeah, the first place I was in.
If
Whereas
they
Neil
run out of
continued going down.
torches, they're going to come down here for more torches. But if they don't, it could be undisturbed. You'd probably want to set watches and have somebody awake as each of you takes your long rest. But it might be a better idea than waiting another entire day. Remember, above the table, the environment doesn't stop just because you guys spend an entire 24 hours
Oh, of course
not
not.
doing anything. Right. The world still moves on.
Does in 5.5 do rogues have the ability to use equipment even if they're not trained for it?
No, nobody really has the ability to use equipment that they're not trained for. But you guys haven't really communicated with Nissa on what her capabilities are and what equipment that she can use.
Okay. Well, so with the lock, Nissa, we also Zeron had bought a lock picking set. Or do you have this spell knock?
You would,
or does our
probably,
tiefling have the spell knock?
I would think Bob would remember this, maybe Zeron as well. Nissa is the one who taught Nil how to lockpick.
Yeah.
Well, good. We got another set, so you can open it up.
You guys forgot about that.
Well,
I
she
saw
didn't
her-
mention that she could do it.
No, but she wasn't
she
with
wanted
you.
it.
She wanted to. I saw her face when Zeron said he was going to go buy lockpicking tools. I saw her face like, dude, did you forget that that's like
But
my
she
thing?
could have mentioned it back
She
in the
is rogue,
But
for
her
God's
character
sake.
wasn't
This
with
is
us at the time.
Yeah, her character was performing at the time, so she couldn't tell you that.
okay.
could have said, oh, well, that's no problem because I can unlock it too.
So, Nissa, go ahead and roll sleight of hand to pick the lock on the door.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess we went from my room downstairs stealthily.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
No,
nobody's
don't make
awake.
us roll, Zeron,
so-
because I'll fall downstairs and everybody's awake.
16. 16 is plenty enough to pick the lock. You sneak into the room and downstairs into the catacomb where you had been before, Bob.
Yeah. Let's lock the door behind us.
Yeah. You close and lock the door behind you. Good call. You enter into, and I just put you on that map. You enter in, and right about Did it not load?
Hold up.
Indeed.
Oh, you probably need to. There it goes. And you
Yeah,
can make
I
that
need to-
bigger. Yeah. Right about here somewhere is the carcass of the dead centipede, the giant centipede that was killed earlier.
Now, I did want to pause for just a second to ask about something from way back when, right? I picked up some +2 thorn arrows
Yeah.
not long after we met Wispa. And before around the same time you got the coil, right? I've got thorn arrows +2 damage. But I was never told how many of those I have.
5.
5. Okay.
Yeah. That was before my time, so I don't know. Good. Alex knows.
It was a yeah.
So you
Goblin
remember that, Bob, that this was the area that you had found that was full of crates.
Yes.
So you could definitely get into a corner. You're probably not going to light a fire or anything like that, but you can probably rest while taking watch and take turns on watch. So what we'll do is we'll leave off here for next time, and then all of you should long rest your characters and then level them up to 6. And that's where we'll pick up next